to find out about Baby Barrier and an estimate. They can contact go to babybarrier.com and just put in your information and we'll contact you. If you mention the radio show today, we'd like to waive our $50 gate assembly fee, so they'll get a $50 discount. Okay. Also, we'll take $2 off the per foot price if they mention a radio show.
Okay.
And that's what we'd like to do for everybody and try to help them out.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Offering people savings is always a great thing. Fundraiser, donations, what is that?
We offer $50 for every referral. So if a family doesn't need us, but somebody's looking to do fundraising, like maybe the Scouts or car washes, all the time you see car washes, we provide people with the little coupons that on the back are pre-printed so you can put your name and your phone number. And we're very diligent on paying the $50 referral. How'd you hear about us? Craigslist, Car Sign, this and that, Angie's List. We're on their honor roll. So we pay $50 per referral. And the listeners today, maybe somebody doesn't have a pool, but they know somebody who needs this or needs our help. Make sure they talk or contact us. We'll get the name done. Debbie will do everything right. And very frequently, we have a U-Haul lady always, of people moving into the state. She's always giving out the Baby Barrier information, and people call us.
How long have you been with this company?
My first pool was back in 1997 in New Jersey with a friend of mine. We were baby-proofing houses. We'd go in and keep the TV from falling, the chest of drawers, everything baby-proof a house. And people started asking about the fencing, and we started looking into it, and we came across Baby Barrier and found that they were the patent holder with a 49-year safety record. We just loved it, and the record is primarily because how they want us to put it in. Here in Arizona, 2.5 years. With the economy and everything how it was, so life and health was not doing it for me happy or anything, and I'm watching kids drowning right and left out here, and called Baby Barrier and said, can we represent you again out here? And they were like, thank you.
Lisa, I know that before we were coming into the show that you and Art were kind of talking about ways that you could team up. And I think that it's I love it when I have people on my radio show and they connect like that and they realize that, keeping our pets, keeping our kids, it's all about keeping them safe. And I love that you guys have connected. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate you all coming on the show today, and Lana getting out of the pool
Lana.
to share with us where kids can learn how to swim. I know many adults that have that fear of swimming, and it's nice to know that there's a place for them also. For our listeners, I want you to know that all the information that's shared here, actually, today, if this worked right, today, this entire show will be up on my Facebook page. You can connect with me on Facebook. It's Christina D, like diva, Wagner.com. So facebook.com/Christina D. Wagner. And for all of those dads out there, I want to wish you a very, very happy Father's Day. I hope that you have a wonderful day tomorrow. Tomorrow is my daughter's 15th birthday. Talk about keeping your kids safe around. I have to tell you, both of my kids, before they could walk, they learned how to swim. And to this day, they are both just like fish around water.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
What Lisa, I like about the Arizona Pool Dogs again is that you can teach kids teach kids how to swim, but it's the panic that you can't teach people about. So Lisa, you overcome the panic and the skittishness for dogs, and that's a big thing to be able to take that out of some mental equation. The same with the kids. It's just. Oh my gosh, what we're doing is cool bean stuff, and we're trying.
A lot of it's just patience. You just really need to have patience and train your, what you put into your dogs is what you get out, and you can enjoy them so much more, and they can have a longer life because aquatics just really extends their life. Keeps them mobile.
Your services are so affordable. We were talking about the costs. I love the pricing and what you get for that, and when people call you, they'll find that out. But you mentioned before about how many children we lose every year to drowning, and then the 5,200 with the hospital.
Right.
The one big thing that we found out was two statistics. Number one, the number one cause of losing children under 12 in the United States is car accidents. The number two reason we lose kids under 12 in the United States is drowning.
Wow.
So it's as important as the car seats. And you spend all this money on hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a little car seat you got to put in a car.
Yes.
And like that.
Yeah, Lana?
They just did research on this at the National Institute of Health, and they found that early swim lessons, reduce the risk of drowning 88% in children ages 1 to 4.
Yeah, that's great.
And not just that, but you also have to add barriers.
Yes.
It's very important that you have a fence around that pool. You teach them how to swim. You learn CPR, and you operate what's called touch supervision. The child should be within arm's length of the person who's watching them in the water.
Exactly. That's a great thing. That is, Lana, that's outstanding, because the biggest thing you hear is, I turn my back for a minute. Nobody can conceptualize a minute, and it's always longer than that. You got to keep an eye on the kids around the water. You can't trust anything.
And yet it happens every year. You know, we have these great campaigns. Yeah. 2 seconds is too long. Watch your kids around water. And yet it happens every year. I love that. Touch supervision.
Can I tell you the newest campaign?
Yes.
It's called Water Smart Babies, and it's just watersmartbabies.com. And we're doing it all over the United States. And that's where the pediatricians are now giving prescriptions for swimming lessons at their 9th and 12th month well visit. And then they talk to them, they give them a pamphlet, and they talk to them about barriers, they talk to them about CPR, they talk to them about touch supervision. And the thing that makes it so unique is it personalizes it. So they are listening to someone that, the pediatrician who they respect, and then the pediatrician follows up on their
Lana, I don't want to cut you off, but we've got a caller, and there's too much important stuff here. I want to make sure that her question gets answered. Vicki, what's your question?
Hi, are you talking to me?
Yes, Vicki, what was your question?
Hi, Lisa. It's Vicki with Schooner. I'm trying to teach him better how to swim. One of the things he seems to be afraid of is he seems to almost sink when he gets in the water. How can I help him overcome some of that fear?
Okay, we've got 3 minutes, so...
Okay, so he, and again, you said he has the fear of going in the water?
He seems to, unless there's something that he really, really wants. We were down by the Salt River a few weeks ago, and he wanted something, and once he did get in there, and he did kind of swim, but he came right back because he scared himself.
Okay, yeah, pool and lake or ocean, dogs are contextual. You can train your dog in the pool. He's very comfortable with the pool. You take him to a lake or an ocean, it's a totally different concept for a dog. So you have to go in and show him, put him on a leash, show him it's safe, okay? Show him how far he can go. Water doesn't mean all water, okay? Pool is in his environment, in his backyard, it's in his comfort zone. You take him somewhere else, and he doesn't know. Unless
Actually,
you have.
He seems more comfortable at the river than he does at the pool in the backyard.
Okay,
interesting.
And do you work him out constantly in the pool?
No.
Vicki, Vicki, I want you to write down this number. It's 602-881 1018. That is the number to connect with Lisa, the owner of Arizona Pool Dogs. I think you two should connect. Now, Lana, what was the name of the website that you shared?
Water Smart Babies. Water and then the word smart, S-M-A-R-T, babies.com.
And you said that that's a national campaign?
Yeah, it's our national campaign. We started it in Florida, and we now have it going around the different states where pediatricians are starting to give prescriptions for swimming lessons and talk about layers of protection.
That's phenomenal. Yeah, that's awesome. Wow.
Is the Water Smart Babies? Are you the organization that's now teaching kids how to swim with their clothes on? I heard that there's a company doing that, which is a good thing to do.
I think everyone does. We've done this for 40 years, where we teach kids. Once they get pretty comfortable in the water, then we teach them how to swim and turn on their backs. Swim and turn on their back with clothes on. So almost everybody does that.
Oh, great.
We've got about a minute left. Lana, I can't thank you enough for getting out of the pool, joining us today. This was such a great show and important information. Lisa, for sharing about Arizona Pool Dogs. Art, for sharing about Baby Barrier. All of you are doing such great things to keep our loved ones safe. And I applaud you for the work that you're doing. And I appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing with our listeners all of this. For our listeners, if you missed any part of this show, it will be up on my page on Facebook, Christina D. Wagner. Next week, we're going to learn about Red, White, and Boom.
Thank you, Christina.
Thank you very much. Have us back.
Christina,
NBC 1260 is KBSZ.